Have you ever wondered why mastering just 4 areas could change the entire course of your life? Imagine possessing a quiet power that shapes every relationship, opportunity, and choice you encounter. Today, learn the timeless Stoic strategies to control your mouth, mind, emotions, and money, and reclaim the life you were meant to lead. Control your mouth, mind, emotions, and money. Stoic philosophy, YouTube. A simple yet profound truth that can redefine your destiny if practiced daily. Transcript. A simple yet profound truth that can redefine your destiny if practiced daily. Always remember. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to navigate life effortlessly, while others feel trapped searching for a way out? It's not luck, it's not talent, it's not even better opportunities. The answer lies in one profound principle: control your words can build bridges or burn them down. Your mind can be your greatest ally or your most relentless enemy. Your emotions can guide you to success or lead you astray, and money, it can liberate you or shackle you in chains you forged yourself. Control these, and you don't just master yourself, you pause and reflect. Master life. Fail to control them, and they will control you, shaping every decision you make, every relationship you build, and every opportunity you seize or let slip away. In this video, we're diving deep into the timeless wisdom of Stoic philosophy, revealing how to take charge of these 4 critical areas: your mouth, your mind, your emotions, and your money. By mastering these, you'll unlock a life of purpose, balance, and true freedom. Stay with me, because by the end, you'll not only understand these principles, but also gain practical tools to apply them. Pause and reflect in your daily life, and remember, share this message with those you care about, because control isn't just about bettering yourself, it's about creating a ripple effect for a better world. Your journey to self-mastery starts now. Let's begin. 1. Control your mouth. Your words, once spoken, are like arrows. They can hit the target, build bridges, or tear down walls, but they can never be taken back. In the philosophy of Stoicism, our ability to control what we say is seen not just as a skill, but as a virtue. It's the foundation of harmony, trust, and always remember, respect, both within ourselves and in our relationships. Epictetus said, "First learn the meaning of what you say, and then speak." This wisdom reminds us that words are not mere sounds, they are reflections of our inner state, shaping how others perceive us and how we perceive ourselves. Yet, in today's world, the power of words is often underestimated. Think about it. The words you choose don't just describe your reality, they create it. Constantly saying "I can't," "it's too hard," or "I'm unlucky" builds a narrative of limitation. Over time, this narrative, pause and reflect, embeds itself into your mindset, becoming a self-fulfilling prophecy. Conversely, when you choose words of possibility, "I will try," "I am learning," "I am enough," you plant seeds of growth and confidence. This is the essence of self-control and speech, directing your words to align with the life you wish to build. In the age of social media, controlling your mouth extends beyond spoken words to what you post or comment online. A careless tweet or a hasty reply can have far-reaching consequences, affecting your reputation, relationships, or even career. Consider, pause, and reflect. This: how often do you post something out of frustration, only to regret it later? How many bridges are burned online because someone didn't pause to think? The digital world amplifies our words, making control over them even more crucial. Let's take an example. Imagine a professional who, in a moment of anger, lashes out at a colleague. In a meeting, their words, sharp and cutting, leave a lasting wound over time. This momentary lack of control damages trust and the collaborative spirit of the team. Now picture the same situation. Approach with pause and reflect, composure. Instead of lashing out, they pause, reflect, and respond with clarity and respect. The outcome is entirely different, one that fosters mutual understanding and growth. This choice to pause and reflect before speaking is where self-control over the mouth begins. The Stoics often emphasize the value of pausing before speaking. Seneca advised the greatest remedy for anger is delay. This simple act of restraint can mean the difference between building and breaking, between fostering connection and creating division. The next time you pause and reflect, feel the impulse to speak in anger or frustration. Try this pause for 3 seconds. Let the heat of the moment pass. This pause allows your rational mind to take over. Ask yourself 3 questions. Is it true? Is it necessary? Is it kind? If your words fail any of these tests, hold them back. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, you always own the option of having no opinion. There's never any need to get worked up or to trouble your soul about things you can't control. But controlling your mouth isn't just about what you say to others. Pause and reflect. It's also about how you speak to yourself. Negative self-talk is a silent yet destructive force. When you repeatedly tell yourself, I'm not good enough, your mind believes it. Over time, these internal words erode your confidence and limit your potential. Instead, practice affirming your strength. Replace negativity with intentional words of self-empowerment. I am capable. I am learning and growing. This is difficult, but I can handle it. These affirmations may seem small, but over time they transform your inner narrative. Pause and reflect. Cultivating resilience and self-belief. Every word you speak sets off a ripple in a family, a workplace, or a community. Your words can either inspire or deflate. Imagine the leader who uplifts their team with words of encouragement during a challenging project. Their belief in their team fuels motivation and collective success. Contrast this with a leader who constantly criticizes and blames. The ripple effect here is one of fear, distrust, and disengagement. This is the power of words and actions, small ripples that shape entire ecosystems. Pause and reflect. Journal your words at the end of each day. Reflect on moments where your words made an impact, positive or negative. Identify patterns and areas for improvement before sending an emotional email or posting online. Wait 24 hours. Often what felt urgent at the moment will seem trivial later. Practice active listening before speaking. Fully listen to others. Often, what people need most is not advice, but understanding. Imagine your words as seeds. Every word you speak plants something, either weeds of doubt and negativity or flowers of pause and reflect, encouragement and faith. Over time, the garden you tend becomes the life you live. If you consistently plant seeds of growth, you create an environment where success can flourish. But if you allow negativity and carelessness to dominate, the weeds will take over. You reap what you sow. Your mouth is not just a tool for communication. It is a powerful force for creation. By controlling your words, you shape not only your reality, but the realities of those around you. As Marcus Aurelius reminds us, waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. Pause and reflect. Speak words that build, words that inspire, and words that reflect the strength of your character. Master your mouth, and you take the first step toward mastering your life. To control your mind. Your mind is where every battle begins, the silent arena where victories are won or defeats are decided. Marcus Aurelius wrote, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. This timeless truth from Stoic philosophy reminds us that while we cannot control the chaos around us, we pause and reflect. Can master the thoughts within. Imagine, I'm waking up in the morning already feeling defeated. Perhaps a sleepless night has left you tired, or the memory of yesterday's failures lingers. This internal dialogue sets the tone for the day ahead, and soon every task feels heavier, every setback more overwhelming. But what if instead of dwelling on defeat, you chose to redirect your thoughts? This is the heart of controlling your mind, realizing that what you focus on expands. Feed your mind with fear, doubt, and negativity, and these will consume your actions and your reality. But choose to cultivate thoughts of possibility, gratitude, and resilience, and you'll begin to see opportunities where others see obstacles. In our modern, fast-paced world, the mind is under constant attack. News cycles bombard us with fears. Social media fuels comparison and insecurity. The expectations of society demand more than ever before. Yet the Stoics believed that no external force could truly control you unless you allowed it. They saw the mind as a fortress capable of withstanding this principle, though ancient, holds more urgency than ever in today's chaotic world. Pause and reflect. Greatest of storms are fortified with discipline and wisdom. Visualization is one of the most powerful tools for reclaiming control over your mind. Close your eyes and picture yourself thriving, overcoming the challenges that feel insurmountable today. Seneca advised we suffer more in imagination than in reality by training your mind to focus on success rather than failure. You pave the way for it to become a reality. Visualization isn't daydreaming, it's mental preparation, a rehearsal for the greatness you're capable of achieving. Always remember, but control in your mind isn't about pretending difficulties don't exist. Fear and doubt are real, they're part of the human experience. The Stoics didn't teach denial but resilience. When fear arises, acknowledge it, let it pass through you like a wave, but do not let it take root. Epictetus reminded us, it's not what happens to you but how you react to it that matters. Your reaction is a choice. Your choice. Consider the story of a woman preparing for a marathon. Each morning her alarm pause and reflect rings at 5 a.m. The warmth of her bed tempts her to stay. Thoughts creep in. It's too cold. I'm too tired. I can skip today. But she pushes through, replacing hesitation with determination. Day after day, she trains. On race day, she doesn't just cross the finish line. She conquers the doubt that once held her back. This is the power of the mind. When discipline, guarding your mind, is just as important as feeding it with the right thoughts. Think of your mind as a garden. If you allow weeds of negativity, gossip, pessimistic news, or toxic relationships to take root, they will pause and reflect, choke out the flowers of growth and positivity. Limit your exposure to negativity and instead surround yourself with people and experiences that challenge and inspire. You fill your mind with books, podcasts, or conversations that align with your values and your vision for life. Journaling is another essential practice for mental clarity. Each morning or evening, take time to reflect on your thoughts. Write down your fears, your goals, your gratitude. This act of putting pen to paper not only organizes the chaos in your mind, but pause and reflect also allows you to confront and challenge limiting beliefs. It's a daily reset, a way to remind yourself of what truly matters. Imagine this: a man wakes up feeling overwhelmed by the responsibilities of the day. His mind races with thoughts of unfinished tasks, financial worries, and personal struggles. But instead of letting these thoughts spiral, he sits quietly with his journal. He writes, "Today, I will focus on what I can control. I will do my best and let go of the rest." In this simple act, he shifts his mindset from anxiety to intention. Digital age adds an extra layer of complexity to mastering the mind. Social media, for example, thrives on our attention, drawing us into endless cycles of comparison and distraction. How often do we scroll aimlessly only to feel drained and less confident afterward? Controlling your mind means setting boundaries. Limit your screen time. Create moments of stillness where your mind can recharge and refocus. Meditation is a practice deeply aligned with Stoic principles. It's a space where you can observe your thoughts without judgment. This principle, though ancient, holds more urgency than ever in today's chaotic world. Pause and reflect, where you learn to let go of what doesn't serve you. Marcus Aurelius himself practiced a form of meditation, reflecting on his values and actions each day. This daily habit strengthened his ability to face the challenges of ruling an empire with clarity and grace. Let's not forget the company you keep. The people around you influence your mindset more than you may realize. If you're surrounded by those who dwell on complaints and limitations, it's easy to adopt the same perspective. But if you spend time with individuals who radiate pause and reflect, positivity and determination, the energy becomes contagious. Choose your environment carefully. It shapes your thoughts and ultimately your life. There's a phrase often repeated in Stoicism: as a man thinketh, so is he. This isn't just a philosophical ideal, it's a practical reality. Your thoughts dictate your actions, your habits, and the direction of your life. When you take control of your mind, you take control of your destiny. In the end, controlling your mind isn't a one-time achievement, it's a daily practice. It's in the moments when pause and reflect, doubt creeps in, and you choose faith. When fear whispers, and you choose courage. When the noise of the world tries to drown you, and you choose stillness. It's a commitment to yourself, a promise to rise above the chaos and create a life of intention and meaning. Master your mind, and you'll not only conquer the internal battlefield, but also find peace amidst the external storms. This is the Stoic way, a path of wisdom, discipline, and unshakable strength. 3. Control your emotions. Emotions are powerful forces capable of elevating or derailing our lives. Marcus Aurelius once observed, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this. Insight extends to our emotions, teaching us that while we cannot stop feelings from arising, we can decide how we respond to them. Consider the story of a sailor caught in a sudden storm. The waves crash against the boat, the wind howl in panic, tempts him to abandon control, yet instead of succumbing to fear, he grips the wheel, firmly guiding the vessel through the chaos. Is steady. This principle, though ancient, holds more urgency than ever in today's chaotic world. Pause and reflect. Hands make all the difference in life. Our emotions are those waves. They rise, they fall, and they test our resolve. The question is whether we steer through them or let them drown us. The Stoics taught that emotions are not inherently good or bad. They are natural responses to our perceptions of the world. It's not the feel itself that determines our fate, but the story we attach to it. Seneca wrote, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." This highlights the importance of how we interpret and process our emotions. Let's pause and reflect. Explore anger, a common emotion that often leads to regret. A friend of mine once shared how a heated argument with his partner spiraled out of control. Words were exchanged in the heat of the moment, leaving scars that took years to heal. Reflecting on that day, he realized that a momentary pause, a decision to breathe instead of react, could have prevented so much pain. This is where the Stoic practice of emotional pausing becomes invaluable. When a strong emotion arises, take a step back, breathe deeply, and allow the initial intensity to pass. Pause and reflect. Count to 10 if needed, and remind yourself that you are not your feelings. They are transient visitors, not permanent residents. Gratitude is another tool the Stoics used to anchor themselves amidst emotional turbulence. Instead of focusing on what was wrong, they directed their minds to what was right. Each morning, reflect on the blessings in your life, however small. This shift in focus reshapes your perspective, softening the grip of negative emotions. Modern life adds new complexities to managing emotions. Social media, for example, often pause and reflect, amplifies feelings of envy, inadequacy, or outrage. Seeing curated glimpses of others' lives can create a false narrative that we are falling short. To counteract this, limit your time online and remind yourself that comparison is the thief of joy. Focus on your own journey, not the illusion of someone else's. Let's consider another emotion, fear. It's a primal instinct designed to protect us from danger, but in the modern world, it often manifests in ways that hold us back. A young entrepreneur I once knew hesitated for years before pause and reflect. Launching her business, she feared failure, rejection, and judgment. When she finally leaped, she discovered that her fears were exaggerated. The reality of pursuing her passion was far less daunting than the story she had told herself. This illustrates another Stoic principle. Courage isn't the absence of fear, it's moving forward despite it. Epictetus said, "It's not things that upset us, but our judgments about them." By reframing fear as an opportunity for growth rather than a barrier, we reclaim our power over it. Our emotions also shape the energy we bring into the world. Walk into a room carrying bitterness or frustration, and you'll notice how it spreads. Conversely, approach others with kindness and calm, and you'll create an atmosphere of trust and positivity. Energy is contagious. What you feel doesn't just stay within you, it ripples outward, influencing those around you. The practice of journaling can help you understand and regulate your emotions. Writing down what you're feeling without judgment creates a safe space for introspection. Over time, patterns emerge, and you begin. This principle, though ancient, holds more urgency than ever in today's chaotic world. Pause and reflect to see which triggers repeatedly lead to certain emotions. This awareness is the first step toward mastering them, one of the most profound Stoic practices. is negative visualization. This involves imagining the loss of things you hold dear, not to dwell on sadness, but to deepen your appreciation for them. For instance, consider how you would feel if you couldn't spend time with a loved one or pursue a cherished hobby. By reflecting on their impermanence, you cultivate gratitude for the present moment and diminish the intensity of pause and reflect. Fleeting frustrations. Think of a time when someone's kind words or gentle demeanor lifted your spirits during a difficult day. That person had likely cultivated emotional discipline, choosing to bring light instead of darkness into your interaction. This highlights the responsibility we carry not just for our own emotions, but for how they affect others. A practical way to control your emotions is by establishing daily rituals of mindfulness. Begin each day with meditation or prayer, setting an intention for how you want to respond to. Pause and reflect. Challenges. End your day by reflecting on your successes and areas for improvement. These rituals act as bookends, framing your emotions within a structure of intentionality. Let's revisit the sailor in the storm. His mastery of the boat didn't come from avoiding the waves, but from learning to navigate them. The most like those waves will continue to rise and fall. The goal isn't to suppress or ignore them, but to steer through them with grace and wisdom. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, if you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it. And this you have the power to revoke at any moment. Revoking that power is not easy, but it's possible with practice, patience, and a commitment to growth. In mastering your emotions, you master the storms within. You find calm amid chaos, clarity amid confusion, and strength amid struggle. This is the Stoic way, not to deny the waves, but to ride them with courage, balance, and purpose. For control your money, often described as the root of all evil, is misunderstood. This principle, though ancient, holds more urgency than ever in today's chaotic world. Pause and reflect. Epictetus clarified this misconception when he said wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. Money itself is neutral, neither good nor bad. It's how we perceive and use it that defines its role in our lives. For some, money is a tool for freedom and generosity. For others, it becomes a prison, chaining them to debt, stress, and unfulfilled desires. Picture a young professional earning a stable income but living paycheck to paycheck. Her spending habits are reactive, driven by impulse, social pressure, and the pause and reflect allure of instant gratification. She frequently tells herself, I deserve this, justifying purchases that bring momentary satisfaction, but leave her finances stretched thin over time. She feels trapped, unable to save, invest, or pursue her larger dreams. This cycle is not uncommon. Many of us have been taught to equate money with status, to spend without reflecting on whether our purchases align with our values. But Stoicism teaches us otherwise. Marcus Aurelius wrote, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of always remember your thoughts. This applies to money too. By shifting our mindset, we can transform our financial habits and regain control. A crucial first step in mastering your money is understanding where it goes. Most people don't track their spending, allowing money to slip through their fingers unnoticed. Start with a simple exercise. For 1 month, write down every expense, no matter how small. This practice illuminates patterns, revealing areas where spending doesn't align with your priorities. Budgeting is another essential tool for financial control. Pause and reflect. Think of a budget not as a restriction, but as a roadmap guiding you toward financial freedom. Divide your income into categories: essentials, savings, investments, and discretionary spending. The Stoics emphasize discipline, and budgeting is a modern expression of that virtue. When you plan your spending, you regain the power to direct your financial future. Let's consider a different scenario. A father in his 40s begins to feel the weight of financial responsibility. He dreams of sending his children to college, retiring without worry, and leaving a legacy, yet he's burdened by debt and a lack of savings. Instead of giving in to despair, he decides to adopt a Stoic mindset. Focusing on what he can control, he creates a plan, paying off debt, systematically cutting unnecessary expenses, and building an emergency fund. Slowly but surely his financial situation improves, and with it his sense of purpose and security. Saving isn't just about preparing for emergencies, it's about building a foundation for the future. The Stoics believed in acting with foresight, anticipating challenges. This principle, though ancient, holds more urgency than ever in today's chaotic world. Before they arise, Seneca advised it, is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more. That is, poor saving allows you to break free from the anxiety of living paycheck to paycheck. Start small, setting aside a percentage of your income each month. Over time, this habit becomes a powerful tool for stability and growth. Investing takes this principle further, enable you to grow your wealth in alignment with your values. But be cautious, not every investment is worth pursuing. Avoid decisions driven by greed or fear too. This principle, though ancient, holds more urgency than ever in today's chaotic world. Always remember, emotions the Stoics warned against. Instead, seek knowledge, research thoroughly, and choose investments that reflect long-term goals rather than short-term gains. Impulse spending is a common obstacle to financial control. How often do we buy things we don't need, driven by fleeting emotions? A sale tempts us, or a stressful day leads to retail therapy. This pattern traps us in a cycle of consumption, leaving little room for intentionality. The Stoics urged us to pause to reflect before acting. Epictetus advised, if you wish to be rich, do pause and reflect. Not add to your money, but subtract from your desires. Ask yourself before every purchase, does this add value to my life? If not, walk away. Minimalism aligns beautifully with Stoic principles. By simplifying your life and focusing on what truly matters, you reduce financial stress and increase contentment. Consider the possessions you value. Most often it's not the quantity, but the meaning behind them that brings joy. Declutter your spending habits in the same way. You might declutter your home, let go of what doesn't serve your long-term vision. The people around us also influence our financial behavior. Spend time with those who value frugality, responsibility, and generosity, and their habits will inspire you. Conversely, associating with those who prioritize appearance over substance can lead to unnecessary competition and wasteful spending. Choose your financial role models wisely. They shape not only your actions, but your aspirations. Generosity is a key aspect of financial control. The Stoics believed in contributing to the greater good, recognizing that wealth is. This principle, though ancient, holds more urgency than ever in today's chaotic world. Pause and reflect. A means to serve others, not just ourselves. When you use your money to support causes, help those in need, or invest in community well-being, you create a ripple effect of positivity. This approach transforms money from a source of anxiety into a source of meaning. Consider the legacy you want to leave behind. Is it a life defined by excess and debt, or one marked by purpose and contribution? By controlling your money, you control your ability to make a difference, both for yourself and for those who come after you. Daily rituals can reinforce pause and reflect. Financial discipline begin each morning by reviewing your budget and reflecting on your financial goals. End each day by noting your spending and asking yourself, did I use my money today in ways that align with my values? These habits, though simple, create a foundation for intentional living. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, a man's worth is no greater than the worth of his ambitions in the context of money. This means aligning your financial habits with what you truly value. If your ambition is freedom, save and invest wisely. If it's an impact, pause and reflect. Use your wealth to uplift others. Whatever your vision, let your money work for you, not against you. Mastering your money doesn't happen overnight. It's a journey of small steps, tracking expenses, setting goals, practicing restraint, and embracing generosity. But as you take these steps, you'll notice a shift. Money will no longer control you. Instead, it will become a tool for creating the life you want. This is the Stoic way to live intentionally, to use resources wisely, and to find freedom and discipline. Control your money and you'll discover, pause and reflect, that true wealth isn't measured by what you have, but by how you live. Life is not about controlling everything around you. It's about mastering yourself through the timeless wisdom of Stoicism. We've explored 4 pillars of self-control: your mouth, your mind, your emotions, and your money. Each is a vital part of the foundation for a life of purpose, resilience, and peace. Master these, and you'll find that the world feels less chaotic, less burdensome, and more aligned with your values. When you control your words, you create connections instead of pause and reflect. Division, fostering trust and understanding. By mastering your thoughts, you shape a reality rooted in growth and possibility rather than fear and doubt. Managing your emotions transforms moments of turbulence into opportunities for grace and wisdom. And when you take charge of your finances, you unlock not just freedom, but the ability to create and leave a legacy. But mastery is only half the story. True fulfillment comes when you share that mastery with the world. Start small. Choose kindness in your words, patience in your reactions, and pause and reflect. Generosity in your actions. These small ripples, when combined, create waves of change that extend far beyond yourself. As you reflect on these lessons, share your journey. What has challenged you? What have you learned? Let others find strength in your story. By sharing, you not only inspire others, but also cultivate gratitude for the progress you've made. Every small action matters. Begin today. The world is watching, and it's ready to embrace the love and light you bring. If you found these lessons powerful and want to keep growing your inner strength and resilience, subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications. Together, let's master the art of living wisely, calmly, and with unstoppable purpose. Mastery is not achieved overnight, but with each small conscious step, you reshape your future. Control your words, guide your mind, direct your emotions, and wisely use your resources, and you will forge a life of clarity, strength, and enduring fulfillment.